Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome again. I'm so happy to see you logging on. This is Ace Parenting Platform. As you know, my name is Dr. Ayo Adenuga. I'm a public health physician. I'm an author. I'm a speaker and the host of Ace Parenting. Today, I have a fantastic person joining me today, which is Coach Funmi Olayinka. She's a person dear to my heart. We are in the John Maxwell leadership team. She is a person that is of great repute. Now, before I go on, I would like all of you to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Give it the thumbs up and also share. When you do, it helps this video to go to the right set of people. Now, I'll be giving a brief introduction of Coach Inka. She's a multi-talented individual who brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to various areas. As a John Maxwell Leadership Certified Speaker, Coach, Author, and Trainer, she has consistently delivered outstanding results while supporting professionals in diverse fields. And in addition to her impressive credentials, Coach Funmi is also a trained registered nurse and a dedicated mother of two nations. I love that. So she's not only passionate about her role as a mother and minister, but also about empowering women in leadership. And that's why we're here, people. We want to ensure that everybody here has the impact and the leadership skills that they need. So, at the forefront of our endeavors is the Inspired Mentoring Academy, a transformative academy aimed at helping women to achieve their personal and professional goals. I cannot do justice enough. Coach Funmi, I would like you to just speak about yourself, but welcome to this forum. Welcome.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Ayo, for having me on your platform. And I want to say you're doing a very wonderful work. This is amazing. And I can't thank you enough. So, as you've duly introduced me, my name is Funmi Olayinka. I am a mom, a registered nurse. Those things I am, but I always say before that, I'm a daughter of God. I love God, and I appreciate all the things He's doing in my life and the things He will yet to do. Then I am a wife. I am a mom. I am also a trained registered nurse, and I have various expressions, as you have mentioned. I have the Gem Women, where we do, support and equip women in leadership um, to be the best version of yourself of themselves. I also have the Inspire Circle Network, where I do most of my professional and leadership support for people to enhance their leadership growth. And these are just some of the few things that I'm involved in now. So my various expressions so far. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. And today we're going to talk about a very important role, something that happens to everybody, and it is the fear of missing out. Tell me more about this. Why this topic? What do you have to tell us?
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Ayo, once again. This is, as you said, is a topic that touches the facets of life of each and every one of us. And why do I say this? Is because we live in a global village now. It's an interconnected world, which is good because you can be in a particular continent and have interaction with people in different continents, but not without its own drawbacks and disadvantages also. Because most times what we see is that we are meeting people not necessarily at the beginning of their lives. We are meeting them at a junction, at a particular point. And because of the conceptions that we have, we judge people
Mm.
or we interact with people only based on that reels that we see, which is the highlights, because we see the reels of people, we see maybe people, succeeding, people going on vacation, and you
Mm.
are not there yet, but you saw them at that particular point, and you take that illusion to cloud the realities of life that is happening to you in that present time. So as I said previously, we live in a global world right now, which is fantastic, which is good. We have opportunities to interact with a lot of people. We have opportunity to see a lot of things, but it all coupled with it comes with its own challenges, with its own drawbacks, where it presents to us of this fear of missing out that we see. And one thing I want us to understand that in life, you're going to miss out sometimes because there are things that are peculiar to you based on your values, your skill sets that is peculiar to you that you might not be able to engage in, in everything. Yeah.
Thank you. That is so wonderful. And I like the fact that you spoke about this is a global village. We now are exposed to so many things, so many people in different journeys of life. And sincerely, we judge them by where they are, not considering where we are and where we are starting from.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that we we see them who want to be there. And John Maxwell said, you want to do what I do, but can you do what I did? Is the journey of life that people have not realized. They're like, oh, this person's
Exactly.
a
Yeah.
billionaire. I want to be there too. This person is well traveled. I want to be there too. And they just jump in. And then they start having this self doubt about themselves. Oh, I'm not good enough. My mate is
Mm-hmm.
here. My mate is there. I can see this. I can see that. And it actually has negative effect on ourselves and sometimes results into low self-esteem, low self-worth,
Mm-hmm.
low belief in oneself.
Yes.
So, what would you say every individual hearing this, every mother, every teenager, um, every woman out there, what do you think they should be doing differently?
Thank you, because I believe that is one of the reasons why we are here, to support other people and to support ourselves on this journey. Because if we really want to be honest with ourselves, it is something that um, we would have gone through. I have gone through it because you see these things, you see the reels of other people, and you begin to feel in yourself that you are not worthy, that you are not good enough. That you don't have value, which is in stark contrast to who God has made you to be, to what you have, because there is nothing that God creates that doesn't have value. We all have something to give. It is when we become distracted and focus on other people's success and begin to compare ourselves. As somebody said, I think it's Joyce Meyer said, she said, you cannot, comparison is a stealer of joy. Sorry, comparison is a stealer of joy because you are not looking at what you have. You're looking at what somebody has and comparing it with what you have. And it steals our joy. Going back to your question, what can be done in this regard is to cultivate self-awareness. You have to look at yourself honestly in the mirror of reality. Look at yourself in the mirror of reality, not comparing yourself with one another. Sorry, I'm a person of faith. The Bible says, they that compare themselves with themselves are not wise. So we are tending towards lack of wisdom when we are comparing ourselves to other people. But
Yeah.
what we want to do is look at the word of God. What has God said concerning me? Who am I? By the time, you consistently look at yourself the way God sees you, He sees you as a person of worth. He sees you as a person of potential, and you see yourself. He even says you are the apple of His eyes, and you see yourself in that light. Then you begin to know that, irrespective of the other person, to know, they have value. I know Sister Dr. Ayo, she's full of value, she's full of potentials, but I'm also confident and I'm also aware that I have value. And that is the place we are coming from. It's not about competing or comparison. It's about, coming together, collaborating. What does Dr. Ayo have that I can pull from that can inspire me? What does Coach Funmi have that can inspire me? But first, it's coming to that place and, taking an honest evaluation of your potential, your strengths, the things that make you up, and moving up from there. I hope I was able to answer that.
Oh, you did. You did. I love the point that you put down. And it's Number one, being self-aware. That's the highest quality of a leader. Being self-aware of your feelings, being self-aware of who you are and who God have made you to be. Secondly, instead of comparing and competing, I would add, can we complete each other? So to
Perfectly.
be honest, that happened to me before where I'll be like, oh, this person's on social media, this person is just releasing so many videos or
Content.
content.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing? And I had to be self-aware to say, no, don't start that.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have viruses in our head
Mm.
that gives us this negative feedback. You know, we are happy genuinely, but there'll be a virus that tells you that, oh, you've not done anything. And it makes you start saying, oh, this person wasn't that person doing. But
Mm.
I had to be self-aware and say, I'm happy for this person. And I had to get to a point in my life where everybody's success makes me happy.
Happy. Yeah.
Because where I go to is that if they can do it, I can do it. And I say, oh, Father, I thank you for this person. I
Mm-hmm.
celebrate them. I complete them rather than compete or compare. So
Yeah.
I can go on and give a like, give a comment, say one good thing about them, and see we are here today,
Yeah.
complimenting each other, completing each other. And that's what we tell women out there. We as women, we are leaders. And
Yeah.
a woman is even more special because we are the people that are at the forefront of leadership, both in the home, at work, and we are almost everything, to the world. So
Yeah.
thank you for saying that. I just love those things. Everybody out there, if you've not gotten anything since, one thing you should get is number one, being self-aware of your emotions, of who you are in God. You are worthy. Okay? You are a person of high value.
Yeah.
Second, when you have other women doing well, or even men doing well, and to you teenagers looking at us as well, watching this, if you see those, please know that you can, instead of comparing, which steals your joy. I like that you said that. Rather than it stealing your joy, why don't you celebrate that person? Why don't you be grateful for what God
Mm.
has done for you? Then why don't you complete that person and add value to them? So thank you. I love
Thank you
that.
so much.
What
Thank
other
you.
things should we be looking at? What other action items should we be taking that helps us of fear of missing out? I'll give an example. Sometimes I'll see a marketing email that comes out and they'll say, oh, you have to sign up in the next 1 hour. If you don't buy this, you can't get it. Or you go to the store and you're like, oh, this thing is on sales. I have to buy it now. And then you spend what you don't have. Or you do what, okay, for instance, recently, um, my son wanted to get a car and the car was of good value. Yep. But it was like, I have to buy it now. I have to buy it now. My husband had to remind him that that's what you said like a year ago. Where you had a car, you're like, you have to buy it now, you bought it, but this other one is even a better value and quality than that one.
The one.
So don't always have a fear of missing out so that you put in all your
Yeah.
funds into something where you can wait.
Mm.
And waiting sometimes build the muscle of discipline. So,
Exactly.
so what do you say to that? How can we train our minds and ourselves, you know, in being
As if you went into my mind, because that was the next thing I was thinking about. And it's all about, I'll say, setting boundaries
hmm,
and not and I'm also going to come from the angle of being overcommitted, because we say yes to a lot of things and we sort of stretch ourselves thin, especially as women this time around. You say yes to a lot of people and to every opportunity that comes your way. I was in a meeting, I believe you're in the meeting this week, that it's not every opportunity, it's not every open door that is an open door. You really have to be able to discern the opportunity that is right for you. And that
hmm,
is where the boundaries comes in. And when we are talking about boundaries, it's not about creating walls to wall out other people. Boundaries can even be created with yourself,
yeah,
right? With yourself, knowing that, okay, what are my values? And this is one thing that can help you. you are able to identify, after you are self-aware, you know what your values are, then based on those values, which I believe in this case, they are good values, you can say no to it, no to some things. And no is a full sentence. You can say no and you don't have to give any explanations, so that when the opportunities that really required your yes comes, you are not overstretched already and you are not able to, to be committed to that opportunity. So it's very important that we create, boundaries around some things. You are able to, communicate, and you are able to communicate those boundaries, because sometimes we create boundaries, but we don't communicate and we don't, enforce those boundaries. Like recently, I just said, okay, I want to be off social media for some time. So what I did was that I deleted the apps from my phone, because if the app is still on my phone, at a particular time, if I say I want to be off social media, but the app is still there, I will still go there. So what I do is that I delete the app. If I need to if I need to really do something on social media, I will go to my, desktop and put it there and type, okay, I want to go to Facebook, because I know once I'm off that desktop, I'm off. But if it is on my phone, because it's mobile, I'll be tempted to go back. So that is some of the boundaries I do create for myself. This is not for anybody now. This is a boundary for myself, especially if I need to accomplish something that I know it's going to move me in the direction of growth that I desire. And you mentioned something about the process, and the process is very important. And boundaries is one of the process that you go through to discipline yourself in terms of these things.
Good. Oh God, that's so wonderful. I'm writing down all the things you're saying, and they are just golden. Everybody, I'll give, without much ado, a brief recap. So, number one, we've mentioned self-awareness. Second is now setting values. What are your values? What is your purpose? What is your goal? Without a purpose-driven life, you're bound to have events without accomplishing much. You're bound to just do things just for doing sake. And instead of investing your time, you end up spending your time. And we all have 24 hours.
Yeah.
I like the second thing that you said is setting boundaries, being able to say no to some things and being comfortable that yes, it's no. So a no is a no. I'm just going to stop it. What I like what you said is not just saying no, but communicating that no clearly to yourself and to others.
Yeah.
And what should you do? Social media is a stealer of life. Is a stealer
I'm
of
telling
life.
you.
As good as social media is, people spend their time and waste their time.
Yeah.
Their talents just go down the drain. But you've given a very effective one to say, just take it off your phone. Not that you don't have access to social media, it's now on your desktop.
Yeah.
So you replaced it with something else. So everybody, please take this. For you to overcome the fear of missing out, you should be able to set clear boundaries and communicate it effectively. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity. There are some that you say no. Thank you so much. This is so awesome. So good. Everybody, I'm sure you're just enjoying this completely. Thank you. So what other things should we be looking at? We've spoken about what we should do to prevent fear of missing out. Now, there are some people that are genuinely, there are some things that they're genuinely fearful of. For instance, there are some places or some things they should take action on, and they're not able to decide or if it's really the right action they should take. And sometimes they're like, oh, is it because I'm just fearful of missing out? You're supposed to take that action. You're supposed to just do it. Yeah. So for instance, which we'll talk to very soon, we are going to have a women's conference that people need to, sign up for. And some like, oh, I should do this. Or, should I not? That kind of decision is a life empowering decision. What should a woman do when they can see clearly that this is good for me. I need to make time for it. I need to do it. I need to be there. I need to grow personally to be the next version of myself. What can you tell us?
Thank you so much, Dr. Ayo. And I'm so excited about the program that is coming up next Saturday. It's embracing the seasons, embracing the season, all that has got to do with woman, work, and our wholeness, because it's so important. We are important, our work is important, and we're going to be talking about what that work is. We are talking about meaningful work here. And it doesn't really mean if you are in, the C-suite, high ladder, or you are at a stay-at-home mom. We are talking about meaningful work, what that work really means to you, and your wholeness. Because sometimes I'll say I'm in the professional route, right? We go up this ladder, and at the end of the day, you find out that the ladder has been leaning against the wrong wall, and you're already there. So it's very important that these things are being said, especially to people coming up. And it's also very important that these discussions be had. And based on your question that you said, it's very important for that person to seek clarity. And clarity of purpose is very important. When we started, we talked about being self-aware, and it's also part of it. In making that decision, you have to be aware of who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror of reality. What your skills, what your potentials, and the intersection of this and your purpose, what it stands for. Then it will be easy, I would say, for you to determine if you need to make a particular decision or not. And one thing that I always do on this growth journey is that I have this philosophy that wherever I'm going towards a goal. Somebody is there before me. They know the trips, the falls. They know how I can navigate that, that journey. It might not be exact thing, but they have an inkling. They have a knowledge that I do not have. And that is why somebody says we should learn to stand on the shoulders of those that are gone ahead. Why? Because you are at an advantage. So I always want to take that advantage, and that comes to having mentors in our lives, having coaches in our lives, because sometimes we do not see clearly. Yes, you have your front mirror, but also you need your side mirror. You need the ones that will enable you to sometimes see the back. And we need all these people to be surrounded by these people so that it does things for us. It puts you at an advantage in life. It shortens it shortens the process. Somehow it shortens it. You are able to gain the knowledge that these people have and navigate that process. It might not be exactly the same journey, but you are armed. You are prepared in a way to navigate the process.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And that's what mentorship coaching is all about, where people can take you from where you are to where you want to be with the least hassle,
Yeah.
and avoiding all those pitfalls that others have gone through. And thank you so much for your vision, your mission to empower women as much as possible so they can climb on the ladders that others have built. And that is just giving to the world. So now tell me, this women's conference that is coming next week, I'm super looking forward to it. I'll be there. So will you be there? So please tell us, when should it be? Thank you for organizing that. I'm super, super excited about it. Can you tell us more so that people that are interested would know where to log on and how to just um, get on the train?
Thank you so much, Dr. Ayo. I'm excited about the program because this is one of the things I'm passionate about, embracing the season. We have to, embrace our seasons. And I would just want to add something about, the fear, combating the fear of missing out is being joyful in your seasons. Every season has its own joy. So you have to learn to be joyful in your season. And that is part of the things, that we are going to be talking about, how you can embrace your season, how you can, navigate those times. Not that we have all the knowledge, but what have been able to, help us. And we are ready to, bring out all the strategies, all the tools that we're able to assist other women in their journey. And if I want to encourage you to come. It's going to be a wonderful time. And the link to register is https colon www.eventcreate.com/e/embracing seasons. You can, join us, register and join us, and it's going to be a phenomenal time. It's going to be a wonderful time. Dr. Ayo is going to be there.
I'm going to be there. I'm so super pumped. I'm so excited. I know it's going to be a fantastic time. Viewers, we are going to put this in the link. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. This is going to impact your life. You'll never be the same again. And if you have any friend that you know, that you love, that would equally benefit, please ask them to join. Share the link with other people. This trying to make sure that we embrace that change, embrace the next step, knowing what, having clarity of who we are and what we need to be doing and what the next steps will be in our lives. So thank you so much, Coach Funmi. This has been so awesome. Apart from the next conference, is there any other place you feel people should be able to reach you?
Yes, my website is www.funmiolayinka.com. So I have resources there. I have my coaching things there that you can access. I can also be reached on social media, of course. It's a global village. Instagram, I'm Fun Betsy, and on Facebook, just search Funmi Olayinka and you're going to find me.
Fantastic, yeah. Fantastic. Everybody, thank you for staying to the end. We appreciate you. Please remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done that. People, it helps this channel to get in front of more people so that people can be educated, can be equipped, can be empowered just to be the best version of themselves. So thank you and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you for having
Cheers.
me.
Bye. Absolutely.